Hi everyone, Cleus Glory Young here. I just want to say happy 2023. I know it has been hectic for so many people for the year so far, including myself. But for me, I could tell you this: your hectic position doesn't have to be a deficit to your life. You can actually utilize that moment and transform it into something greater. So again, happy 2023. Yes, things has been hectic, things has been rough, things has been adventurous, but at the end of the day, you can take all that and transform it into something greater. How do I know? Because that's what I've been doing. It's been a hectic year so far, ups and downs and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, that's the concept of what is called adventure. So for someone who have written the Airport Adventure, or someone who is developing the brand under the Airport Adventure, right? I could actually tell you that that's what an adventure is, the ups and downs. But at the end of the day, it's walking yourself through this beautiful process that allows you to be on the other end, or what you would call the new destination, at a level where you're satisfied with life. But it could only happen if you go through those hectic moments, or what you would call the dark cloud. Because remember that concept, behind every dark cloud there's a silver lining. So where's your silver lining if you're going through that dark cloud, right? But nevertheless, so I want to wish you again a happy 2023. I know it's been long since I've been on here sharing my insights, but this is actually my first video for 2023. So far I've been jam-packed, whether it's being hectic or the ups and downs, dealing with those things. I've been dealing with those things and being able to now put myself in a better position, and this is how I know you can actually do it as well. So many people are aware of me with the journey. Started off here, the Airport Adventure, Live Safely bookazine, still in its plastic. This is a souvenir, so I wrapped it up. But beyond that, now I've been utilizing my ups and downs and being able to now create new things. So I started that journey as a platform to help people understand that there are new things that are out there that could be utilized to take your whole life to a whole new destination. And I had to be a prime example of it first before I begin to share it with the world. So people are aware of me through that bookazine. Lately, I've released a song. I'm not a musician, but I was able to work with different musicians to actually put out the song. The song is called Deplane. So it's a psychological trick behind that. So the song was actually done in Jamaica. So here in America, when you say deplane, it's different than when you're in Jamaica and you say deplane. And I allowed that to actually happen because in Jamaica, where the song was created, it's the pronunciation of deplane. So deplane mean DE means off. It's a prefix that means off. Off what? The plane. So the Airport Adventure is a part of the plane. So I allow that. But here in America, the concept was deplane. Deplane means when you're deplaning off a plane, which is the concept of going to a whole new destination with your life. So the entire song was orchestrated around the concept of deplane, which means you're coming off the plane because you arrive at a whole new destination. But in context, when you listen to it, it says deplane because that's the language of how it's pronounced in Jamaica. So I allow that, but there's a psychological trick to come with that, which I'll explain in another video as I actually talk about the song. Because there's so many things that are in the song that people are not aware of. And for me, working with the artist, there was one portion of the song that came as entertainment. The other portion of the song is educational. So for me, it's built on two phases. Phase one is for you to hear the entertainment, but when you start to have discussion, then you'll hear the other phase. So we'll get into that, because what happened, music have been created in this manner that we listen to it, we hear this, but don't know that in the background, these things that are inside the music are destroying us. Again, You hear phase one but don't know about phase two that's inside the development of the music. And each time you play the music or you hear the music, it starts to deconstruct who you are. But that's a long story, right? So did that song, released it, t-shirt. So we have a t-shirt that we just released as well. It is what is called, again, let's go back to Jamaica. So in Jamaica, we say talk, T-A-A-K, but it's actually the airport adventure knowledge. So the t-shirt was actually built around certain type of knowledge. It is called the Black Box Moment, and the Black Box Moment is actually coming from the airport. Again, there are certain things in life that you may not even be aware of that are really impacting your life. So the Black Box Moment for the airport is when the plane goes into what is called a catastrophe. And from there, the black box is retrieved, and then they find out what needs to be done to make things better moving forward. So at some point in my life, I went through that black box moment where my life crashed. Anyone that's listening right now, you could actually understand this component of your own life, where I had good friends that I went out on a limb for. And it's almost like when I was out there on the limb, they decided to cut the limb. I fell, crashed, became depressed. What else? My life was like shambled, right? So all of that. But beyond that, it was the concept of where that moment that I had, which was like an epiphany or revelation that revealed to me the black box and what I needed to do at that particular moment. That was the moment that changed the projection of my life, from me going down that path where I don't know if I was gonna go into even suicidal aspect, but it's like, hey, that's how life was at that particular time, right? But it changed the projection of my life. So the airport adventure is not about entertainment. It's about something that came in my life and literally put my life on a different path from where it was actually going. So while I may come out here and put these things out here as product, they're coming from something that actually made my life go into a whole new destination. But beyond that now, that is the t-shirt, the Black Box Moment, that changed the projection of my life. That's why I was able to now release either the song, the book, and including the course from mental depression to mental aviation. That's my story, that I actually now understood certain things from a knowledge standpoint, right? Insight, wisdom, understanding, and I'm able to now put these things into a course that could say, hey, let's move from what you would call the mental depression to mental aviation. So that is that whole concept. And then recently we just released what is called Transforming Your Trauma. Listen, having a degree in human services and psychology, I learned about trauma in college. Also being someone that's active in my community, I've worked with people who suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, right? PTSD. So in that concept, you get to understand trauma. But I guarantee you, for me, I didn't understand trauma until I did a radio interview last year, about September or October. The host called me back to do a second interview. And then after that second interview, the host, Maureen, wonderful person, called me back now on the phone to discuss certain things that she heard in my interview, and being able to pinpoint it and say, hey, you resemble me, you're resembling someone named Dr. Gabor. The things that you're saying resemble that person. I want you to look into who this person is. When I began to look into it, this is a world-renowned person that's now around the world. Listen, exposing trauma from a whole new angle. So when I started to now watch his video, hours and hours of his video, and getting a better understanding of trauma, I was able to now take that concept, put it into the airport adventure, and then translate it into something totally different. So when you come to the event, again, I have the degree, right? And I also have the experience of working with people with post-traumatic stress disorder. But for me, what I saw now and understood around trauma, totally different. So people who have come to our event so far, Transforming Your Trauma event, they have something that they were able to say from a different angle from what they have witnessed in those events, right? So that's that. We have classes which is called redefining the concept of your career through the avenue of what is called career redevelopment. So for me, it's even the concept of where I'm saying I'm redeveloping my career right now, like looking at the airport and building a whole new career out of it, from the book, the song, the t-shirt, the classes, the events. And now we also have what is called the online platform. We just launched a whole new website a couple days ago, brand new. It's a different type of website. It's a LMS website, LMS, Learning Management System. This is a system that you would use to get people to take courses, classes, and different things. All right, so we just launched that, the Airport Adventure, so you can go and check it out. But these are the things that I've been doing, and it has been a hectic journey so far, trying to put all these things together. But again, if it's not hectic, then you can't go to being what I would say prolific, being that person that's really out there making a difference and translating these things into greater opportunity. And again, you can do them if you're going through this hectic or this trial period of your life, called the post-pandemic, or the ups and downs of dealing with inflation and all the wars and all the things that have been going on so far in the last probably 2+ years, right? So at the end of the day, they come. If you learn how to transform them, then they make your life greater. If you don't, then you'll remain in the deficit forever. You could either become greater or you remain in the deficit forever. All right. So again, happy 2023. I wish you nothing but the best. Check us out at theairportadventure.com. And if you're interested in being a part of what we're doing, feel free to reach out. In the meantime, God bless.